just as a backup and for transcriptions. Awesome. So was there anything where, okay, so she sent you this like trip where you like, maybe not for me.
Well, not so much not for me, but it was the timing because it was so close to the actual weekend. And then, there was our snow has been kind of spotty up here. And so those were really the only two things. But I was so excited about the list of activities that I really wanted to try to make it work. So it just sounded amazing. And all of the reviews from past trips that I was able to read sounded like it was just such a solid company and event. And the women who have gone on it seem to just be so happy about their experiences afterwards. So those were really the main things. Like, could I fit it into my schedule and could I make it work kind of on the shorter notice?
Have you done anything like this before?
Not for the ski retreat type thing. I have been on quite a few other retreats in the past. And so I really take my time to research the different retreats that I've been on. A lot of them are either health or spirituality focused. And so this definitely was right aligned with that too. And so because I think of my past experiences, I was able to read the comments that had been left, and I could get a really good feel for kind of like the energy and vibe that people were coming away from the other trips with. And so that made me feel really confident about moving forward with booking this trip.
Tell us a little bit about your past life and why something like this is interesting.
Oh my goodness. Well, I love travel. I've traveled and lived all over the world, and so I always really love meeting new people, and then I think coming together for an event like this and the retreats, where you have a very like-minded group, like we're all coming together because these, if it's yoga or the foodie retreat or skiing or being active or outside or we love nature, whatever it is, you immediately have this like bond and an excitement about coming on the retreat, and really looking forward to just meeting new people and having that really excited energy going into a long weekend. So I think that I think that I'm maybe in a place where I feel maybe a little bit more comfortable going into events like that. But I think that having now gone to the event and gone on a long weekend, all that does is just show me like it just reinforces that it was the totally right decision. And I was just so glad that I ended up going on it.
How or did anything about the experience surprise and delight you at all?
Oh, well, so I really hadn't been able, I typically try to ski every other weekend. And in past years, this year, because of the snow, I really hadn't been able to get up because of my other traveling schedules. So when you and I actually ended up peeling away kind of toward the end of the weekend, and we were able to go down KT together, which is like, the iconic mountain. And you were just so thoughtful and so encouraging. But you didn't push me, you made sure that I was like totally comfortable going up to that kind of next exciting mountain and passes and stuff. And I felt just so confident at the end of that run, and so happy that I decided to do it. But it really was like with your encouragement and skiing right alongside me the whole time. It definitely just made like it was like such a great ending with the skiing portion of the weekend. To wrap up everything on. It was really great.
That was such a fun
Yeah,
run.
it really was. It was amazing.
You crushed it. How did it feel to be surrounded by women, obviously many of whom, or all of whom, you didn't know them before? How does it feel on a trip like that, and how did it feel for you?
I mean, I think, anytime you go on the retreats, everybody's just kind of, it's like you come in and you're introducing yourselves. And then I think everybody kind of has the expectation that there's just going to be like, all these like great stories and connections by the end of the trip, right? And so like you get there and like we're doing icebreakers, but there were like fun icebreakers. And, there was like food and, drink, and like everybody was talking and just started sharing about like their trip in and where they're from. And then it's just like, I feel like it was just immediately like friends. Like everybody was just like friends. And it became, I mean, within not even 20 minutes of getting there, I just felt like so comfortable. And I was like, this is going to be so awesome. Like, it's going to be such a good weekend because, like, everybody comes in and they're so excited about it. Um, and, and, you really just do an amazing job facilitating like the introductions and connecting people and making sure that everybody is feeling comfortable within like that first, the second you get there, really, even and beforehand. So it it definitely like it was such a great experience, like coming in and just, you know, putting the outside world away and focusing on the present moment and meeting people who were really excited about the weekend and just had that same energy going into it.
Yeah, I love it. What would you say to someone who's maybe holding back for one reason or another on going to the trip?
You just go. Just go. You have to go, just go and do it. You're gonna love it and you're gonna have so much fun. Charlotte will answer all of your questions. The other people going on the trip have the exact same hesitations about something, I'm sure. But by the end of your weekend, you're gonna be so happy that you didn't miss it.
I love it. Okay, a
Yeah.
couple of rapid fire questions for you. So, what's one word you'd use to describe the ski retreat?
Oh gosh. Um, Expansive. Um, I feel like I came away from it and it was like all the small little things and worries that I may have had like going into it. It's like all of those just got completely like just they're just gone. And what filled in was like expansiveness. Like the other women that we met on the weekend, their stories, like they're from Australia or they're from like San Francisco or they're, coming in from the East Coast. The friendships, like it felt expansive. The food, the way that, you guys really took care of us over the course of the few days. I was able to just be in the moment. And I came away from it just feeling like my heart was full. I was so happy. And I just felt re-energized after the weekend. So yeah.
Love it. If this trip were a movie, what would it be called?
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. It would have to have something about like a heart opener or like, something like that. I think that it would have to have like, something about like breaking through like worries or fears and then just having like an amazing like heart opening experience like out in nature. I'm not sure, I'd have to pull the words together, but it would definitely have like that vibe to it for sure.
So it's like brokenhearted, but in a good way.
Yeah, or like next chapter, like
Mm,
opening your heart to the next chapter or something like that. I think that it was just like, yeah, it was such a great weekend.
I love that. And what was your spirit animal? Your animal spirit animal.
Oh, well, I mean, and right along with that, right, was it was the rabbit. And so, yeah, I've been going through quite a few like changes like in my personal life in the last few years. And so when I talk about that, that kind of like fear, it can hit you at any point really in your life, like depending on how life changes and, life just changes. And so to have the spirit animal be the rabbit, it really just, had this like spotlight on like, you know, don't be afraid. Like, don't be afraid. Like, have that open heart again. And I thought, like, what synchronicity to have pulled. Well, I mean, it's my spirit animal, so of course I would have pulled it, right? But what synchronicity to have that shown to me, and saying like, be brave and do these things that you're excited about.
Woo! Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Yeah, it was great talking to you. I
Okay,
can't wait for the next one too. It'll be a lot of fun.
it will be. All right. Feel free to stop the recording.
You're
Thank you so much. Thanks for the kind
welcome.
words.
Sorry, I
Truly.
tried to. Hopefully, you got some sound bites out of that. I'm
Yeah.
like, what would I like?
No,
So,
yeah. Totally awesome. And yeah, again, I appreciate the kind words anyway.
I
And
mean, I think that like it's so, I mean, I remember like when I first started, like even retreats and stuff, it's like, it's those small things. It's not that like you don't know if like the retreat will be good, but it's like, how am I going to have to relate to all these strangers in this room? And is it going to be weird? And like, I have to be Insta friends and go ski, and you guys really did like such, I mean, I think like what the retreat is and like who gets like attracted to it and drawn in, like that's just like a certain type of kind of like energy anyway. And so like, and then the way that like you kind of create that umbrella, it was just great. It was really, I'm so happy. I really have like, I felt like I keep thinking like especially like we've gotten no more snow really. I'm like so glad I went, like on so
yeah.
many levels. Like, so yeah, totally. I'll totally look into next year's too. I would love to maybe take some friends and stuff with me. So,
Yeah. Sun
and
Valley's almost booked out already, but for next year. But Jackson Hole has some spots. And I'll probably do at least a Tahoe one and maybe somewhere else. We'll see.
okay, yeah, I'll totally keep an eye out. So,
Yeah.
all right, well,
Well, I'm
thank you.
sorry I have to run, but I
No,
have to
no,
run. But
totally. Yeah.
thank
Sorry,
you.
I'm a little late there.
And looking forward to staying in touch. And then just text me that and we'll
I'll
be
send.
good.
Okay,
All
I will
right.
do that right now. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.